Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now. And topping the list, the sun has set on the spookiest night of the year, and the streets of East Tennessee are crawling with ghouls and goblins. So heed the cry echoing from beyond the void right now, and please be careful when you are out on the roads if you are getting ready to head out. Now, we banished our accursed reporter Dominic Webster to the frightening realm of the Island Home neighborhood in South Knoxville. He joins us now. So, Dominic, are you still among the living? What terrifying sights have you encountered tonight?
Yeah, Bo, among the living still, now there are plenty of ghouls and ghosts roaming about. There are actually some prehistoric figures here as well. T-Rex had just walked by us, and plenty of four-legged friends. We just saw one dressed up as a hot dog. As ironic as that is, plenty of fairies and clowns walking around here as well. We saw one kid who came through earlier. He was dressed up as Captain Jack Sparrow, and here we go. Here we've got a kid and his kid dressed up as a police officer, and his parents dressed up as inmates. How cool is that? Halloween is one of those holidays where you can wear whatever and it's a costume. Plenty of that going on here in the Island Home community. Plenty of candy being handed out. We were told by one homeowner earlier today that they were expecting in the neighborhood of 1,800 to 2,000 people to be handing candy out to. Just insane numbers, and a lot of candy to be purchased for this ordeal tonight. Again, plenty of people still walking around here. I've seen about 1,000 people walking through here this evening, and they're walking the entire neighborhood. There is no street that has been left untouched by trick-or-treaters. They're having an absolute blast out here. From the undead world of Island Home community, I'm Dominic Webster reporting live for WAT6 on your side. Bo, I'm going to send it back to you in the realm of the living.
All right, thank you so much, Dominic. Yeah, 2,000, oh my goodness. But yeah, huge crowds every year in Island Home, that is for sure. And Ken, weather is one of the big reasons, has to be, because the weather's perfect. I mean, you don't even need a coat. You can see the costumes this year. It doesn't even feel like October, really. It feels more like spring.
Really doesn't. Hit 81 degrees today, Bo, mainly because of the brisk winds we talked about. They're still gusting at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, and it's going to stay that way through this evening. And it's mild. Kids don't need the jacket over the costume. Nothing worse than that, as I remember as a kid. 75 Sevierville, 73 in Knoxville, 72 in Maynardville, and 69 in Fairfield Glade. Talked about this line of weakening showers approaching the plateau, and it continues to weaken, but maybe a sprinkle for portions of Cumberland and Fentress County. But I think by the second line that's developing now east of Nashville, by the time that gets to the plateau, the majority of trick-or-treating will be done. We'll see our rain chances go up much later tonight. In fact, after midnight through tomorrow morning at sunrise, that's the more likely opportunity. We'll see some wet weather, so you're going to have to think about, man, where is my umbrella? Time to dust it off. But it's not an all-day rain tomorrow, and it looks a little better for the weekend. More on that in just a minute, Bo.
All right, Ken, thank you. We are your local election headquarters. Early voting wrapping up about an hour ago for Knox County voters, but not before a record high turnout. Most polls here in Knox County were scheduled to close at 6 tonight, but of course, people who were in line before 6 still get the opportunity to cast their ballot early. The downtown west voting location has consistently been the busiest voting location here in Knox County. You know, we went back out there earlier and met a woman who was glad to be able to get in line while the polls were still open.
I wanted to get early voting in so that I'd get ahead of, the day of voting. And I knew it would be a long line, but I've heard really good things about it here being quick, so that's how it was.
Knox County Election Commission says more than 151,000 people have taken advantage of early voting as of yesterday. Another 7,000 submitted absentee ballots. Put this in perspective, there are 318,000 active registered voters in Knox County, which means around half have already now voted. If you're in the half that has not voted yet, Election Day is coming up for you on Tuesday. And for everything you need to know about voting on Election Day, including a look at a sample ballot, a full list of polling locations, remember you have to vote in your district, just head to our website, WATE.com. Big questions tonight about a man found along the side of I-40. Tonight, that man has died, and Sevierville police want to know what happened. His body turned up between mile markers 407 and 408. Sevierville PD say that they first received calls about a man lying next to the side of I-40 around 10:20 yesterday morning. The man identified as 61-year-old Craig Olcott was found unconscious. Now, he was rushed to UT Medical Center, succumbing to his injuries hours later. The police say Olcott had injuries consistent with being struck by a vehicle or a trailer being towed by a vehicle. An autopsy is underway that will potentially unveil exactly what truly happened. If you have some information, maybe you saw something that could help out law enforcement, you need to call the number on your screen. That number 865-868-1748. Now to a big investigation that's crossed state lines. Knoxville police have charged 2 men in Knoxville for possession, as well as crimes related to a shooting in Alabama and an arrest warrant out of Georgia. On Monday, KPD detectives tracked the suspects, 26-year-old Abdul Khalil La, to an Airbnb on Greenbrier Drive in West Knoxville. This is after the organized crime unit was tipped off that he was believed to be in Knoxville. Now, he was wanted in connection to a shooting in Alabama. He also wanted out of Georgia for failure to appear on a previous felon with a weapons charge. At the Airbnb, he was spotted getting into the vehicle of another man, Verenzo Bradford. Now, they were both detained shortly after they were spotted on Monday. Police say Bradford, who is also a felon, was found to be in possession of a handgun, meth, and cocaine. Khalil Law was charged with fugitive from justice in connection to the warrant from Georgia. Bradford was charged with possession of a firearm and possession of firearm during a dangerous felony. ATF agents, along with Alabama investigators, traveled to Knoxville to continue the investigation. Charges stepped up tonight in a big case we have been following for months. 2 people who were supposed to be caring for a man with intellectual disabilities now face murder charges in his death. This goes back to February when Dustin Suttles and Caitlin Elliott were arrested. Up to now, they have been charged with abuse of a vulnerable adult. Suttles and Elliott had been acting as caregivers to 46-year-old Joseph Blevins. Back in February, we reported on warrants alleging the 2 hit Blevins and locked him in a car for several hours. The incident was reportedly caught on camera at a Pigeon Forge motel. Then the 3 apparently returned to a home in McDowell County, North Carolina, more than 100 miles away. Just 3 days later, investigators in North Carolina notified the Pigeon Forge Police Department that a vulnerable adult had died. Suttles and Elliott were arrested in North Carolina and later sent back to Sevier County to face trial. Of course, we'll keep following this case as it continues to develop. Our list rolls on with Second Harvest, trying to tackle a problem Americans consistently list as one of the biggest. That, of course, is how much more we pay at the grocery store these days compared to really not so long ago. Second Harvest of East Tennessee wants to fight food insecurity from a new angle by helping families budget and putting them in contact with community resources. They take a step beyond a local pantry, as well as helping people stretch their weekly shopping. While still providing food for those in need, the Path of Hope program works with life coaches to help them make a plan, starting with a simple step.
Yeah, our big plan for helping people with their food is #1, meal plan. Because meal planning is really the key, because once you meal plan, then you create a shopping list. Once you create your shopping list, now you can go and investigate which stores have the best prices on the items you're going to use. And then you can basically make what we recommend is larger meals that you can actually eat over multiple days. And that helps reduce that overall food budget.
You know, they say in the past 4 years, they have seen an increase in the need for food pantries and programs like this one, and they will be extending the Path of Hope program to Knox County in the next few weeks.